Hey, December baby. Thank you for being a part of this today. Hello, hello. Give me a couple of minutes, girl, to get my blood pressure under wraps. I promise you. Ooh. Hmm. Okay. For anyone that's going to watch the playback tonight, thank you so much. Please like the video. Um, I'm going to try to be politically correct today. Um, hmm. I'm very much upset about the event with Breonna Taylor. I'm gonna try to get to the other things I want to say as well. But we have been waiting. I am in Kentucky, and we have been waiting for justice for Breonna. This is close to my heart for many reasons. One, Breonna Taylor's cousin and my oldest son are very good friends, so he knew her. Um, she's a Kentucky girl. She's African American. She lost her life senselessly. And those of you who have been following me, you know that I lost my daughter senselessly. Okay. Um, so this is very much close to my heart. I have been following this asinine racist producer, my words. And I just want to say my words and my views are not that of anyone else. Okay. So y'all have to excuse me, but I'm very much upset. Um, Breonna Taylor. There has been protest after protest after protest after protest. What some of you all don't know is this actually happened with Breonna back in March of this year of 2020. This is when this is when she lost her life in March. I want to say it was around the 13th or the 23rd, something like that. Okay. Shout out to her mother and her sister for not allowing this to be swept up under the cover. And there has been so many lies told about this story. Um, first, um, and let me just say to protect myself, I'm going to say allegedly, even though I know, but okay, allegedly. Um, when her mother got this call, okay, she actually went to the location and was inquiring about her daughter. Cops told her uh, that they had already transported her. I took her to the hospital. Catch this. So she leaves. They go to the hospital asking about her daughter. Y'all listen to this. They are telling at this time her that they're going to try to find out what's going on, X, Y, and Z. The whole time, Brianna was still in the apartment with 8 gunshot wounds, bleeding to death. No police officer administered emergency help to this emergency technician. Do you hear me? They sent this mother on a wild goose chase, knowing that her daughter was still in the house, still in an apartment, bleeding to death. The people that is hard to protect and serve. Okay, then the lie came out that she was receiving packages of dope to her house for her ex-boyfriend. And from what I just heard from Tamika Marley was that There was no such thing, which we knew that, but they went and asked the postmaster of the said post office where this was supposedly received and transported. There was no packages, there is no video. No one ever came and talked to them and asked them that. So the police officer lied on the report to get, excuse me, to get the judge to sign off on the no knock warrant to enter into their residence the way that they did. Are y'all following this? Oh, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Okay. So, police officer lied on the report. Now, this is what I just found out from Tamika Marley. That police officer that lied to get the no knock warrant, he's on desk duty because they found out that he lied to get the no knock warrant. Why isn't he fired? I'll wait. Why isn't he fired? Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. The icing on the cake is really pretty. I'm baking this cake for you. I'm mixing it up. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to bring it out, let it cool. Then I'm going to put the icing on it. I'm going to put the cherry on the top. Okay. Now here we go. Now we're stirring the cake up because they have the 911 call of Tamika's boyfriend calling 911 about trying to get some cops to come because somebody's breaking into their apartment when it's the cops outside and he don't know that. So he fires back. They locks him up. Attempted murder of a police officer. Let that right there. Okay. I just poured the cake in the pan for you. He don't know who's trying to break in the house. They never announced themselves. He shoots trying to protect him and to me. Trying to protect him and Brianna, and it's the cops outside. They got the recording of the 911, him screaming, and then when they shooting her, he's screaming, "Somebody help me, help me! Oh Mika, oh Brianna, baby, B." All this over a lie. Are y'all not understanding what I'm saying? A lie. And the lie came from the policeman. Okay, now I'm putting the cake in the oven. So okay, they take him down. They book him. His charge is attempted murder. For what? He's legal. The gun is legal. He's got his permit. He never saw who was coming through the door. He shot because he thought he was shooting an intruder. Even the 911 backs up the call. But yet and still he gets the charge. But Judge Uzu, that's what I call him, is Judge O, because I can't pronounce his name. He lets him out of jail because, as he stated, there is no charge. Where's the charge? This was self-defense. He had no idea it was the police, or he would have never called 911. And did I say the police officer? Yes, he got hit, but he got hit in his leg. Tamika had 8 bullets in her. Even the bullets went next door into another apartment where a baby was. They got the holes and everything out through the apartment where these police shot recklessly. They didn't care what or who they would hit. All over a lie. A lie. So now the cake's in the oven. Now we're going to move on. Okay? Cake's baking. So then they want to say that that Brianna and Lord, I forgot his name, her boyfriend, that they had criminal background, which is a lie. Neither one of them had a criminal background. Neither one of them got any type of charges whatsoever. Clean background. Brianna was working two jobs. Okay? See, what they have to do is smear your name to make you look bad, and then go. Cause the one thing that the news did that I was pissed about, and I let them know because I called in on their line, because they can't understand how some people live an upstanding life, that they don't get in trouble. They went back to her old employer and said, "Oh, was she working here?" Said, "No, she was no longer employed here, or something like that, and she's a no rehire." A lot of jobs that you leave tell you can't come back. That don't mean you did nothing wrong. But because they didn't have anything on her, they had to try to pull up something to make her look bad. And that didn't even make her look bad. It made them look bad. So they pulled the story because so many people was calling in like, are y'all serious? When did the news become, it used to be, you used to count on the news to give you like unbiased opinions. They would just tell you the story and be done and let you draw your own opinion. But now it's like every news channel that you listen to, because I don't listen to the news. I don't. Plus, if you on Facebook, shoot, you find out anything anyway. So you don't really have to listen to the news because everybody and their mama talking about it. But now the news is so one-sided and it's always against the victim. Because the owners of most of these news channels are the big people with all the money, and they dictate what they want to be seen. Come on, Mr. YouTube Streets. Absolutely. Absolutely. He said Brianna couldn't have been an EMS a person if she had a record. Absolutely. Thank you. She was working for the hospital and she was doing something else. She had two jobs. Okay? I'm just showing y'all how a lie can take on a form and it can outgrow you and it can go past what you want it to go. Okay? And there's a YouTuber that says a lie don't care who tells it. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is crazy. This is beyond crazy. I just even can't believe that I'm going through this type of, and I'm saying I'm talking about in my generation, in my kids' generation, that it's like we enter into the 60s again. Are we somewhere along the 60s where we have to prove that we're human? What kind of, okay, let me stay on track. Anyway, so now the cake's out the oven, okay? So we letting the cake cool. All this stuff is going on. So it finally starts to get attention to other people and celebrities because of what happened to rest in peace George Floyd. Okay, somebody gets the information out about Brianna, and it starts picking up just a little bit momentum, just a little bit, you know. And then when more people start hearing about this story, like Whoopi Goldberg, they had Brianna's mother on there. I mean, different people start bringing her story to life, so that people can realize, hey, this is what happened. I mean, you couldn't make this up if you tried. I'm going to put the icing on, and I'm going to put the cherry. And I want to know your opinions, okay? So now, we were upset here in Kentucky because we felt like the mayor should have fired the police officers that was involved. If they fought to get their job back, they would have to prove that they deserve it. One of the police officers that was fired is actually in Ohio now, and I believe Ohio Police Department hired him to work up there. See what I'm saying? Like, they just get shuffled around. They don't really lose their job. They go from one state to another. It's really up to a state to say, to look in the background of a police officer and be like, no, we don't need it up there. We're trying to make a difference. And when we say justice, this is what we want. I believe in the police department. I'm gonna tell you why. My daddy was a detective. My daddy went from a street cop and he got promoted to a detective. I have family members that wears the blue. Okay, so I'm not anti-police at all, but I am anti-corrupt police, and there is very much a difference. I think there should be a way that the police can have a anonymous line that they can report their brothers and sisters in blue when they're doing something wrong. Because what that does is it overshadows the good police. Every time a bad police get caught doing something, it overshadows the good that other police do. And that's not fair. Because those of you that saying, I don't want the police, we don't need the police, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what's next? Because if you don't have the police, that means military comes in. And military has their own creed that they live by. So if you don't want the police, then it brings in military, which brings in martial law, which makes them shoot you on sight and not have to give an account for why they shot you. Come on, people, use your head. We want a reform of the police department, yes. We want them to be accountable. Like every time they're supposed to have those cameras on and they don't have those cameras on and something happened, they should automatically get a felony. Until you get to that, it's not going to change anything. Okay? So now, the Attorney General of Kentucky, his name is Daniel Cameron. Okay? Well, the attorney general, you say, oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, the attorney general has this case, and he's been reviewing this case for about almost a month now. Okay, our governor spoke out and said it don't take you long to review no case. But I'm gonna tell you what the upswing is. That y'all ready? Okay, I done gave you the ice, and now I'm gonna put the cherry on this cake. Daniel Cameron just got married this weekend. Okay, yeah, he just got married. Wait a minute, I ain't done. He just married the granddaughter, drum roll please, of Mitch McConnell. I thought I would pause. I thought I would pause. Did y'all catch what I just said? The attorney general who has the case to decide whether these cops get charged or not. Yes, he's a black man, but all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Get into it. But guess who he's married to now? He got married this weekend. He married Mitch McConnell's granddaughter. Do y'all know who Mitch McConnell is? Let me just say it like this. How you enjoying that stimulus check? Oh, what about the unemployment that's been cut from 600 to 200? How you enjoy that? Who you think makes those decisions? Mitch McConnell. You getting it now what I'm saying? We've had celebrities here marching, standing, protesting for justice for Breonna. Kentucky's been in an uproar, especially the city of Louisville, Kentucky, for justice for Breonna. Daniel Cameron, however you pronounce his name, was actually a law clerk. What I'm saying, y'all can go back and Google it. Go back and Google the election, this last election in Louisville, Kentucky. There was such an uproar about that, about whether he can run or not. He's never tried a case and all this and all that. So the biggest case so far in Louisville, Kentucky was given to A man who's never tried a case, who was a law clerk, who just got married to Mitch McConnell's granddaughter. Hey everybody, hey Torsha. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. And everything I just said, you can go back and Google. It's facts. You can go back and pull up one of the TV stations in Louisville, Kentucky, which is WHAS. Uh, Also Wave TV3. Um, what else? WLKY. Go back. Look it up. There was so much controversy about that. We thought that we was gonna have to do a recount because people was like, wait a minute. How was he able to become attorney general and he was a law clerk? He's never tried a case. He's never this, that, and the other. It was so much of an uproar. It was crazy. The whole election here in Louisville, Kentucky was nuts. So y'all make it make sense. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Y'all make it make sense. I don't get it. Now, he has had time, though, to go to the court system and block our governor from making everybody wear masks in places. Now, he did have time to do it. You know. So now that he got married this weekend. So, I guess he's on his honeymoon now. I'm not sure. So maybe we're going to wait some more weeks before we get a verdict on whether or not the cops will be charged. However, they're still drawing the check. Ain't justice grand? And for those of y'all saying it doesn't matter and you don't care and it's too much tension, and that's what I'm talking about with this J.W. Lucas person. I dare you, sir. Who are you? Who are you? See, because when it's all said and done, I can't change my skin color. Never would I want to, because I love being a black woman. And even though I'm mixed, baby, my black show up. And I walk in it proudly with my head held high. My family fought for stuff for me and my kids to enjoy. See, we don't have an option to become something else when it's convenient. Because even though you claim you're for us and you can do a better job in leading black people than Tamika Marley, are you serious? And for all these so-called celebrities, hey, dabbing for depth, all these so-called celebrities that still want to rock with him, I have no respect for you. I don't buy your music anyway, I think. Some of y'all don't. But I have no respect for you because anytime he can raise his mouth to say that about a black woman and to talk to her the way he thought he was going to talk to her, because he got a little bit of knowledge. And y'all, a little bit of knowledge is dangerous. People that have a little bit of knowledge think they know everything. I'm sitting over here with a full doctorate degree, and I don't know everything. And I'll tell you in a minute, I don't know. But you get somebody with a little bit of knowledge that hung around people, they think they know everything. And he really looks like a butthole because you're still not humble enough to say I was wrong. And you said, well, I apologize, but you're still not humble. So you only saying it because you're getting so much heat from people that you don't know what to do. You didn't think this much heat was going to come back out for that. But when that Muslim brother confronted you, you ain't have that smoke like you had for that female. You ain't have none of that smoke. You were so down and, well, this, that, and the other, because he wasn't playing that. Because the Nation of Islam don't play that. And he let you know. Now, I'm not a voiceful person, a pushy person, unless I'm provoked. And shut all that down. Hey everybody. Thank you, Mr. YouTube Streets. You know, I mean, it's crazy, y'all. It's just really crazy that this woman, how do y'all think it makes her feel that she's seeing her child on every news station? Everybody's talking about. I mean, on the one hand, it's a great thing because her child is not forgotten. But on a whole nother issue, to know that you still don't have justice for your baby, that's a reminder that she can't get away from. I know how that feels to know that you had a child and you're not seeing that child anymore. That in itself is torment. And you try to go on. You try to pick up life again, and you try to pursue, the things that you were doing, and you try to keep her name alive, and you try to do all this stuff. But I mean, I'm not even gonna put myself in the same arena with her because her situation is so far away from mine. Yes, we both lost our daughters by gun violence unexpectedly in their house. That's why this is so in me. It's just this thing has me, y'all. And I'm sitting back, I'm listening, and when I hear somebody like it's asinine producer, because grew up around black boys and you produce for black men, so you know about the black struggle and you can lead the black people, and we need to do this. Really? I have white sisters, biological sisters. I don't know what it feels like to be white. That's my sisters, them struggle. So I can't say because that's my sisters, I know what it's like. No, I don't. Just like they tell everybody. Now they know about black, even though it's a situation like this. They my sisters. But y'all know Mariah Carey has a sister. Well, Mariah Carey could pass for white because she's mixed, but she can pass for white. But her sister is black. She can't pass for white. Well, that's how my sisters are. They look the white part with the hair and the skin color and all that and stuff, but we're sisters. So it's crazy. So, y'all, I am like this. I love hard and I support who I support. And if I say I'm for you, I'm for you. And I be for you like two flat tires. You know what I'm saying? That's how down I be like two flat tires. You got my support. You ain't always got to do what I want you to do for me to support you. That's not what this is predicated on. If we have something in common and for whatever reason we click and we cool and all this and stuff, okay. But what I don't like is stupid stuff. That's a pet peeve of mine. Stupid stuff, stupid people. And what I mean by that is people who just won't learn. For whatever reason, you got that dumb demon that like it blocks you from even trying to accept something smart. It's just like a dumb gene that goes straight down the middle of your forehead. On one side, you kind of okay. The other side is just dumb as a box of rocks. I can't deal with that. That does something to me. Now, I can counsel you because that's my job and I can do that and I do that well. But as far as in my everyday life, no ma'am, no ham, no sandwich. So I'm just sitting back and I'm watching all this unfold, and I just can't even believe that we in this day and time. So, like I said, I came on here because I was started over a lie, and then for this J.W. Lucas person to even go further with the lie, she was a trap girl. She, had dope coming in and out of her house. Well, she got what she deserved. Well, maybe she didn't deserve to die. Where do you find it at? Because evidently you know something that even her attorneys don't know, bruh. And she got some dang good attorneys. So if you got that evidence, turn it over to give it to them. Help your people out, bruh. Since you know all of that. Because, I mean, for the postmaster to say no kind of drugs was shipped through the mail over there, where she would have picked up her mail, where it would have came to her house, the postmaster, the person that's over the post office, nothing was shipped through there. It was a lie. You can't make a lie the truth. I don't care how many times you tell it. So I'm upset about that. I don't like liars. I just, my grandmother used to say, if you lie, you'll steal. And if you steal, you'll kill. In that order. And a lot of times it don't mean kill people physically. Sometimes you can kill people with your mouth. You can speak on somebody's character in a way they never recover. So I don't deal with people like that. I don't even want people like that close to me. I don't deal with it in my real life, and I ain't gonna deal with it on YouTube. And even I don't know these people, but I don't deal with it on YouTube. I'm like, I see how you roll it. Okay, next. So I'm just praying, y'all, because this has the potential to be very ugly. This has the potential to do what some people want, which is a race war. I see the stage trying to be set. Ignorance is no longer bliss. Ignorance is right in your face. And I don't care. I'm one of them. If you right, you right. You wrong, you wrong. I don't care what your skin color is. Now, had it been the opposite way, I would have said, well, hey, JW, you're right. But he's not. How would y'all feel if it had been you all? Or somebody you love? And you still waiting on the outcome of what's going to happen with the police officers, and the one that's supposed to be looking over the case gets married. Here's the thing. It was a peaceful protest when Yandy them came from Love and Hip Hop, New York. Tamika Marley was there with Yandy them. Portia from uh, Atlanta Housewives. They all was here, same day, everything. And they all went and sat on the lawn of a house that Daniel Cameron owned and hadn't even moved into yet. Get into it. He lived there. That's the address that they had. But he owned the house, but he hadn't moved in yet, and had them locked up with a felony charge. They was looking at felony charges for sitting on some grass. But you brought felony charges up on them, but still can't bat the cops. See what I'm saying? He since dropped them. Don't get me wrong, but it's the point that you. Okay, let's go back. Let's read what he did. Okay, he put felony charges on the protesters that was peacefully protesting because they were sitting in the yard that he owned that he had not moved in yet. He turned around and went to the court system to block our governor from making it mandatory to wear masks inside of businesses to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Them two things he has done. And the third thing he did was get married to Mitch McConnell's granddaughter. But you still want us to be patient while you go over the case. Okay. So I'm telling y'all now, I agree with Tamika Marley on this. If y'all know anybody who he's produced for this JW Lucas guy, and y'all buy their music, I blame y'all too. Because what that does is strengthening the hands of the enemy. We have to learn how to hit people where it hurts. And you know what? Nobody feels it more than when they ain't got that money they used to have. When that pocketbook or that pocket or that wallet get hit, that pays attention. And unfortunately, us as African Americans, we don't know the power we have when it comes to the dollar. Why do you think in the worst neighborhoods you have people of other nationalities that are open up a business in the heartbeat, and they be kin, and they have like 3 businesses on 4 blocks right in the worst neighborhoods? Because they know that's where the money is, y'all. We the only ones don't realize it. Our money is power. I'm just saying. You teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to respect you. If the color of my skin offends you, that's your issue, not mine. When you go in these stores, sometimes these stores are the nastiest kept stores in the world. You walk in and you like, ugh, like some the heebie jeebies is gonna jump on you. And we still we'll bombard them stores 40 going north. We'll go in there like it ain't nothing. I want a bag of chips. Give me two of them Swisher sweets and throw me in some candy right there. And yeah, dude, give me that. And that mean they talk to you like you nothing. Man, hurry up and get something. Get out of my store. They talk to you like you nothing. You take it. You're conditioned to take less. You have to change your mind to change your situation. I'm like this. You got one time to mistreat me where I'm spending money, then I don't spend no more money with you. I don't care. And why do we demand more from our own people than we do others? We could have a store that we own right across the street. And because they tell you when you come in, can you please watch your mouth? The rules and regulations is right on the dang on door. No cussing, no shoes, no shirt. And they'll tell you that when you come in, hey, mother, like, excuse me, sir. And I mean, they be nice, excuse me, sir. No cussing in here. Man, F you, I don't have to spend no money over. I go across the street. Bye. See what I'm saying? Because we want you to be a king, a queen. We trying to help you transform and realize who you are. You pissed because you like being in the dirt. You like being in the slums. You like wallowing with the pigs. So you go back to follow them and get mistreated, and you happy. But I'm just saying, y'all, like I said, thank y'all. I'm not going to try to pour this out, but I just had to say what was on my heart, y'all. This right here, this is crazy. This is crazy. And even with my own situation, even though the girl is locked up, they killed my daughter, she's locked up. But because our court systems have been closed, nothing has been done. So I'm still waiting on justice for Jasmine. Just like she's waiting on justice for Brianna. It's crazy. And then they want to call me on the phone and say, we just want you to be patient. What else can I be? Hey, Miss Debonair, what else can I be but patient? I can't force nobody to do nothing. So this waiting game, y'all, I'm telling y'all because I kind of understand where her mom is. I ain't gonna say I understand totally because I don't. But being a mother of a daughter who was killed senselessly by gun violence in her own home where she should have been safe, I understand. And the waiting, it torments you every day. It torments you. You think it's today gonna be the day. It's today gonna be the day I'm gonna get a call saying, okay, this is what's going on, and we charged her and she's doing 50, 60 years. It's today gonna be the day. You go through that every morning. You wake up, it's like it's a bad dream. You wake up in the bad dream every morning. And like I said, her child is plastered around the United States. Even over in the different countries, because even they took to streets in Turkey and Germany. They went to the streets and had different signs up and candles and talking about justice for Brianna. This thing ain't just about a Louisville, Kentucky thing, white man. And I don't mean no disrespect when I say that. This is not just a Louisville, Kentucky thing. This is bigger than that. What I want everybody to do, think about if it was your child. And if you ain't got no kids, think about if it was your mom. Think about that. Your mother is laying in her bed, sleep, and you in the house, and somebody's trying to break in, and you on the phone with 911, and you send a warning shot after saying, "Who's there? Who's trying to break in my house?" And nobody's saying them. They keep trying to break in. You send a warning shot for all of a sudden a hail of bullets to come back in and eight of them strike your mom. Why are you on the phone with 911? Now you tell me how you feel. Let's take it off Brianna. Let's take it out. How would you feel? And for some of y'all that don't care about your mom, whatever relative, your grandmother, whatever relative. What if it was your relative? Would it make you feel differently? It hits home differently when it's about you. I asked you guys that believe in prayer, pray for that girl's mother. I'm okay because I know God got me. I have my moments every day. And I'm getting to the point now where stupid stuff gets on my nerves even the more. So I'm withdrawn from people who have a tendency to just want to. You ever met people who they not happy until they say something that sparks a reaction in you? Then they laugh about it and then they're happy. It's something wrong mentally with people like that. It no, don't excuse that behavior. It's something really wrong. Seriously, it's a certain way to play, and then it's a certain way not to play. And for that to be funny, something's wrong. Why do you want to provoke somebody to get upset and then say, "Oh, I was playing"? And we all know people like that. We all know people like we need to be. And I'm not, a joke is a joke. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about when people deliberately do that. We all need to be. And then here's another thing. No, I'm gonna sit on that. That's another time. I'm gonna sit on that. But we all, y'all, we need to be peaceful. We need to have peace in our life. We need to make sure that because it's so much going on, you have to withdraw and get you some peace. You have to. You can't stay in it all the time. It makes your blood pressure go up. And it makes your body react and your body don't get a chance to heal. So you have to get yourself some peace. Whatever brings you peace, whatever makes you laugh, whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you happiness, that's what you have to do. Because trust me, the way everything's set up, there's really, where do you get peace at? The government's messing with your money, your livelihood, the way we live, so you get no break there. And then if you're around people who, for whatever reason, is nuts, you get no peace there. You know, you got to have a stress-free zone. You have to have a stress-free zone so you won't go crazy. Because you never know what you're going to have to endure when you walk out these doors lately. So I'm just saying, I came on here to say that I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. Y'all know me. I hate real long lives, y'all keep your girl's mama in y'all prayer. And please pray that some form of justice happens. I can give my 2 cents on what I think is going to happen. But I'm just going to pray. A lot of times when you don't have anything good to say, just pray. All things shouldn't be spoken, because when you speak, that thing can carry out. You can speak stuff into existence. So I feel like it's gonna go a certain way, but I'm praying about it because I want justice, not only for my daughter, but I want justice for Brianna. And I want people to start holding these people accountable. The Kerns, the Beckys, the Jimmys. You know, I want y'all to start holding these people accountable. Stop letting them get away with stuff. Oh, that's my friend. They didn't mean nothing. The bull. Bull. I'm offended. So, anyway, you guys, it's been 45 minutes. I thank you all for coming over and talk to me just to hear what's on my mind. I hope I gave you something to think about. Uh, oh, let me just tell y'all this. Me and Anthony McNeil, we are going to do an interview with each other. I don't know which one of us is going to go first, but he's going to interview me, and then I'm going to interview him. I'm whatever, but we're going to interview each other, not on the same night. We're going to take two different nights. Um, just in case y'all didn't know, Anthony was the one who some of you all have dealt with when it came to my daughter Jasmine. He had her picture on his profile for a while, and he was trying to bring awareness to what happened to her. And we had already discussed it uh, last month, sometime or whatever, about interviewing. Each. He said when all this is over, and I could talk about it. He wanted to know if I would come on his channel and do an interview. And I told him yes. And I said, but I want you to return the favor because Anthony is very intelligent and he has a very informative job. We're going to say it like that. As much as he can tell us about his situation, I want him to do that. And if you all have questions for him and he say he can't talk about that, we have to understand because that brother needs his job. You feel what I'm saying? So me, I'm an open book. Like I told him, you can question me about anything. I don't care. I'll tell you. And I've always been one. If I don't look good in the story, I will tell you the truth, even if I don't look good in the story. Because why? I'm just an open book. So y'all be looking out for that. I don't know if it's gonna happen this week. It'll probably happen sometime next week. But I'll keep y'all abreast on it. So thank you again for tuning in to Coco 929's channel. And I appreciate you guys. Keep me in your prayers. I keep you in my prayer. Smooches.